New t-shirt, get it autographed up, and visit with your favorite drivers. Well, Billy Rocket is just about feature time for these MLRA drivers. A nice old paycheck on the line here tonight. $3,000 for tonight's feature winner.
$3,000 to win. It's going to be a great show up here tonight. As you said, we're going to do it all over again tomorrow night, race fans. So make sure you head back out here to Lake Ozark Speedway, grab a couple of friends, bring them with you tomorrow night for the $5,000 to win feature event. But we're going to get tonight's Lucas Oil Products A main event lineup set for you as rolling out onto the Speedway. Earlier tonight, he picked up a heat race win. The driver of the XR1 Rocket Chassis, the 36M of Logan Martin on your DirtOnDirt.com poll. Alongside out of Crane, Missouri, the 1V, it's going to be Will the Thrill Vaught. And back inside of row number 2, your current Lucas Oil MLRA points leader, two-time feature winner, the Black Diamond Chassis of Chad Simpson out of Mount Vernon, Iowa in the Deuce Nickel. Outside row number 2, the 93 machine out of Brosley, Missouri, it's going to be the XR1 of Mason Oberkramer. Inside of row number 3, we've got the 56 Junior. It's going to be the 2013 Series champion of Tony Jackson Jr. in a Longhorn chassis alongside your defending Series champion, the 75 out of Springfield, Missouri of Terry Phillips. Back in row number 4, out of Quincy, Illinois, driving the 33F, the Extreme Pro Power Engine. Entering, it's going to be Ricky Frankel, and alongside out of Waukesha, Wisconsin, the 74M of Mitch McGrath. Back in row 5, the 43 of Jeremy Grady alongside Griswold, Iowa's 4 machine of J.C. Wyman. Back in row number 6, Mark Bergtorf in the 5B, the DJRC Racing Chassis entry alongside Aurora, Missouri's Cole Wells in the 7W. Back in row number 8, the 00 machine out of Billings, Missouri. It's going to be Jesse Stovall alongside the Sunoco Rookie of the Year points leader, the 15L of Peyton Looney. Back in row number 8, the 16 to the inside, it's going to be the 14R of Jeff Roth alongside the 14M of Reed Millard, the 16A of Austin Siever, Joey Stark, the 21, and Joe Gotze unable to make the call. Race fans, on your feet this time by as we salute your Lucas Oil MLRA late models as they go 4 wide before we turn things loose for tonight's 30-lap A main event. Get up, wave at your favorite driver, race fans. Make your picks as they wave back at you before they turn it loose here tonight at the 1/3 mile Lake Ozark Speedway. All right, cars will start to break apart this time as we work through turns number 1 and 2. Logan Martin and Will the Thrill Vaught are going to turn things loose for tonight's racing action. They're going to get a little heat in those Hoosier Racing tires before we turn them loose.
I like to give these guys just about a half a lap.
Make sure you thank some of our great sponsors, including Casey's General Store, Mount Vernon Bank, Protect the Harvest, Lucas Oil Racing TV, Impact Signs, Awnings, and Wraps, as well as Allgaier Racing Shocks. Race fans, one more time around, and we're going to cut them loose for 30 big laps around the 3rd mile here. Logan Martin picked up his first ever MLRA win a year ago at the Lakeside Speedway in Kansas City, Kansas, looking for win number 2. Martin came home with a pair of top 5s, including a runner-up last weekend at the Salina High Banks, and he will start side by side with Will Vaught. Vaught, who enters the weekend sitting 3rd in the MLRA standings. As we said earlier, Vaught, the last driver to win a race here in the MLRA back in 2007. Will Vaught picked up the win. Row number 2, you've got your current series point leader with that Midwest sheet metal neon spoiler. That's the 25 of Mount Vernon, Iowa's Chad Simpson. Mason Oberkramer, the Oberkramer Trucking 93 alongside Tony Jackson Jr. The Longhorn chassis tucked in row number 3 alongside the veteran out of Springfield. In the Andes Frozen Custard 75, Terry Phillips, Ricky Frankel, Mitch McGrath, Jeremy Grady, J.C. Wyman rounding out your top 10. Drivers got to be side by side at the cone. Off the exit of turn number 4, Logan Martin, a great pace. He will fire it off down the front straightaway. Chad Simpson immediately makes it a 3-wide battle down into turn number 1. Will Vaught looks like he's going to use that topside momentum, and Will Vaught will take the race lead down the back straightaway, but here comes Chad Simpson. Simpson out of that 3rd starting position with a great lap number 1. He will get around Martin, puts Martin back to the 3rd spot for lap number 1 as Will Vaught showing the way. Keep an eye on Terry Phillips all the way up on that top side cushion, but he will have a great run down the back straightaway as he contends with Oberkramer. Phillips, that time he's got a left front tire down on Terry Phillips down into turn number 3. Terry Phillips rolling the top side of the Speedway as caution will come out for Terry Phillips in the 75 machine. Terry Phillips with a great run of momentum off the exit of turn number 2, making some slight contact with Mason Oberkramer. Just ran out of racing room as they went down the back straightaway. And Phillips will pull up and exit the Speedway to the attention of the MLRA staff. His crew waiting on the outskirts of turn number 3 and 4 as they will take a look at that 75 machine, give him a couple of courtesy laps to see if they can't get that tire changed. And Terry Phillips back out to the tail of the field as the Lucas Oil MLRA crew also taking a look at the 93 machine of Oberkramer, the XR1 rocket chassis out of Rosley, Missouri.
14, 16. 14, then 21. 14 on the Lard, then 21. 93. 93, you're going to fall behind the 56. Stay single out here, guys. Stay single out.
Great start right out of the gate for the 25 machine of Chad Simpson. He's had his work cut out for him earlier this season. He has rolled off from the dirtondirt.com pole 5 times tonight. Finds him back on the inside of row 2 with a great start. This time it'll give him a good opportunity to look to the inside of Will Vaught for that race lead as Logan Martin will restack on the outside in the 3rd spot. Early on tonight, your race leader Will Vaught turning a lap on lap number 1 of 15.066 seconds. A very quick lap right there by your race leader Will Vaught out in the clean air on lap number 1. Top 3 drivers in your MLRA standings currently racked up in the top 4. Tony Jackson currently coming into the night in the 2nd spot, sits in the 4th position right behind Logan Martin as Mason Oberkramer with that contact with Phillips rounds out your top 5. As Terry Phillips almost got that tire change, and he will return to the Speedway at the tail. Still 28 laps remaining at tonight's 3,000 to win feature event. Brought to you by our good friends at Millard Family Chapels. Remind you, race fans, show up early tomorrow night. Check out some of the souvenirs down there with the Jesse Stovall trailer down there, as well as Tony Jackson Jr. and the Jeff Roth Racing souvenir trailers, as well as after tonight's racing action. We encourage everybody to head pit side, check up with your favorite driver, help them pay those fuel bills, race fans. Get down there and buy some T-shirts, some souvenirs from those drivers after tonight's racing action, and maybe you'll find a new favorite driver down there. All right, race fans, coming down the backstretch, how many race fans out there think that tonight's the night for Will the Thrill Vaught? How about you race fans thinking that Iowa boy Chad Simpson about to head back to victory lane off the exit of 4, 28 laps? We're about to find out, and a money start right there for Will Vaught. Vaught will pin that car down to the center groove. He awfully tight there off the exit, but he will hang out in front. A couple car lengths, stretching it out over Chad Simpson down the back straightaway. Now you got to keep an eye on Jeremy Grady, the Story City Outlaw, working the top side of the Speedway, quickly approaching the top 5 as Jeremy Grady with a great run right there puts himself into the top 5 of the 43 car. Back up front, starting to show some pressure from the 25 of Chad Simpson. This time he'll sling it to the outside, but a little bit too high, possibly up towards the marbles. But a good run of momentum down the front straightaway as Simpson will look to the outside of Will Vaught. Will Vaught bound and determined he's going to keep that right asphalt number 1B on the bottom of the Speedway. This time he slips up just a little bit. That may open up the door for the 25 of Chad Simpson, and Chad Simpson will move to the bottom, and you've got a new race leader with 5 laps into tonight's feature event. Chad Simpson now showing the way down the back straightaway for the first time tonight over Will Vaught. Here comes Tony Jackson Jr. about to put some pressure on Logan Martin. That's your battle for 3rd and 4th on the racetrack. Jeremy Grady continuing to pound that topside cushion in the 43 car out of Story City, Iowa, right in front of Wisconsin's Mitch McGrath in the 74. That's your battle for 5th and 6th, but back up front, it's starting to tighten up once again. Now Will Vaught, he will take the 1 machine on the top side and start to get a little bit aggressive and try and chase down your race leader, Chad Simpson. Good opportunity for the driver out of Crane, Missouri to start searching around on this racetrack to find a little bit faster groove around the outside of the 25. He's got some good momentum off the exit of 4, and that'll carry him down into turn number 1. Keep an eye on Will the Thrill Vaught, race fans. He is not about to go away as he continues to stalk your race leader, Chad Simpson. Simpson keeping that nose pointed on the inside berm, using that for a little bit of leverage to help turn the race car through the corners. As back in the 3rd spot, all by his lonesome at this point, is the 36 of your dirtondirt.com pole sitter, Logan Martin. Back up front, a battle for the race lead. Chad Simpson working the bottom at the momentum side. Just swung one more time. Back to Will Vaught. New race leader for the second time tonight is Will Vaught. Will Vaught takes it around the outside of turn number 4, takes the advantage, and now Simpson one more time at the bottom, but he's going to push up that time. Not a great corner for Simpson. Simpson will be right there this time. He is going to hang on to the bottom side of the speedway, continuing to fish the short way around here in tonight's late model feature that is almost to get to the back of the field and head into lap traffic for the first time tonight. Logan Martin slinging the top side. Tony Jackson back in the 4 spot. Grady continues to round out your top 5 as the cushion continues to widen here on the 1/3 mile Lake Ozark Speedway off the exit of 4. Will Vaught got the momentum on the top side one more time. Almost a dead even battle off the exit, but that momentum right now is key for the driver out of Crane, Missouri. First lap car going to come into play. Looks to be the 14 machine of Reed Millard. He will work to the inside. He will see the cross flags this time at the line. That may pin Simpson into the race leaders, both right behind the 14 Millard as the 16 of Austin Siebert is off the pace. Caution will fly for the 16 car of Austin Siebert. Driver out of Grandview, Missouri. You can see some issues with the left rear. Looks to be down on the ground of Austin Siebert. Will bring out tonight's second caution of the event.
One more car here, 16. One more car, and I'll meet you out. Hold up.
Austin Siebert going to take a right-hand turn right here after Reed Millard and exit the racetrack. Appears to be a left rear flat tire on the Kenny's Tile and Hardwood machine. We will see if he can rejoin tonight's event, but just when it's starting to get awfully exciting at the front, a great duel going on between Will Vaught and Chad Simpson. Drivers exchanged the lead a couple of times. Will Vaught looks like he was able to kind of size up this racetrack. Chad Simpson is laying down some great laps in the front. Let's put Will Vaught back out in front. Take the lead there on lap number 20. We've got 16 laps remaining. 16 laps remaining. That's 30 laps in the event. Chad Simpson will like the bottom side for this restart alongside the 36 machine of Logan Martin, Tony Jackson Jr. back. Heather's in a great run. Great season. Off the exit of turn number 4. Off the exit of turn number 4. Will Vaught going to show the way.
Slip up. Are you up here? Get in the lineup chute and don't let him on until he goes.
All right, Austin Siebert going to roll back out onto the racetrack. The 16 machine, he had 2 flat tires, race fans. They've had a Busy time down there as we're looking to take the light out this time at the line for the 16 of Austin Siebert. Keep your eyes on the 25 of Chad Simpson on this restart as he works the inside, but it's all Will Vaught in control as he will work that top side cushion. 16 laps remaining. Will Vaught cushion off turn number 4. He will fire us back to the green now. Here comes Logan Martin to the outside for the battle for second. Martin's going to have a good run of momentum down the back straightaway as your top 3 quickly separate themselves from the field. Will Vaught will show the way down the inside, but he's going to slip up this time off the exit of 4. Opens up the door for Simpson down to the inside. Chad Simpson right there for the battle for the race lead. Working the top side now. You've got the 56 machine of Tony Jackson Jr. has surrendered that 4th position the last time at the line to the 74 of McGrath, but off the exit of 4, Chad Simpson continuing to dig deep down into the infield. Trying to grab some moisture on that 25 machine as he shows the way down the back straightaway behind your race leader, Will Vaught. Tony Jackson back there in the 4 spot behind the 36 car of Logan Martin. And once again, here comes Jesse Stovall. He will thread the needle off turn number 4 right to the outside of the 74 of McGrath. Then he quickly goes to the inside of Tony Jackson Jr., but not before the caution comes out for Mason Oberkramer. Mason Oberkramer, the 93 machine out of Brosley, Missouri, bringing out the 3rd caution for tonight's feature event. Another 3 laps in the books that time as we've got just 13 laps remaining this time. Not much change going on at the front, race fans, with the exception of that 00 machine of Jesse Stovall keeps creeping a little bit closer every opportunity. He gets a caution. Finds himself that time in the 5th position is Jesse Stovall. Advanced a couple of positions on that last go-round.
In the 15. After 4W, I got 15.
Starting to see some cream rising to the top tonight here at the Lake Ozark Speedway. Great race out in front. Will Vaught in control since lap number 10 for the 2nd time tonight. As Chad Simpson right there looking for any mistake from your race leader to capitalize on that. As we said, coming into tonight's action, Chad Simpson, the 25 machine, has a 98-point lead over Tony Jackson Jr. Will Vaught back in the 3rd spot with 134 points back. As Chad Simpson, only 2 finishes all season long out of the top 5. One of those coming last Saturday night with a 7th place run at the Salina High Banks. 13 laps to go. Will Vaught's going to try it one more time. Chad Simpson, Logan Martin, Tony Jackson Jr., Jesse Stovall, your top 5. Off the exit of 4, Vaught. Patience off the exit. Here we go one more time. Going to take us back underneath the green. Will Vaught will quickly drive down to the bottom side. Try and have the momentum, but off the exit. Keep an eye on the 00 of Stovall. He'll have to tuck in behind Martin in the 36 machine, but they both continue to work the top side as all of a sudden we have gotten some urgency at the front of the pack for tonight's feature. Will Vaught works the bottom side, but I'm not sure he's seeing what's going on. Some moving and shaking on the top side because here comes Logan Martin. Logan Martin coming to life here late in the going as we are now down to just 11 laps to go. Logan Martin hard pressed by the 00 of Jesse Stovall, putting a little pressure on the 36 machine is Martin. He'll work to the top side, and here comes Chad Simpson down to the inside. It's about to be a 3-car battle for the race lead. Simpson all the way on the inside of the track. Will Vaught may go 1-3. Not going to happen, but a new race leader. It's going to be Chad Simpson with just 10 laps to go. Here comes Will Vaught, but keep an eye on Logan Martin. As Martin one more time will swing back to the outside, bringing Jesse Stovall with him. It is a 4-horse race to the finish. Race fans, how about this feature tonight? Down to the inside, Simpson showing the way. Oh, Logan Martin all sorts of sideways. He gets it straightened out. What a save by the youngster. Logan Martin with a great save. Now you've got Chad Simpson, and he will work to the top side of the racetrack as well as Logan Martin. Maybe a little defense. Now Martin's going to have to go down to the bottom as Jesse Stovall pulls the slider on Will Vaught down in turn number 1 and 2. Keep an eye on Jesse Stovall, but how about the slider? Logan Martin up in front of your race leader, Chad Simpson. Oh boy, race fans, Chad Simpson as Logan Martin pulls the slider going into turn 3 right in front of the nose piece of your race leader, Chad Simpson. Slide job city. We've seen Jesse Stovall do it down in turns number 1 and 2. He cleared the 1V of Will Vaught at that point. And down into turn number 3, urgency as we wind down to just a handful of laps, but tough break for your race leader, Logan Martin and Chad Simpson. As Martin going for that race lead, you got to give him a little credit for going for the $3,000 to win, but unfortunately not a great result.
Here's what I got for a lineup. I need the 1V, 00, 56, 74, 43, 7W, 15L, 40, after the 15L, I need the 4W, 75, 33, 14R.
Huge break right there for Will Vaught in the right place at the right time. He was able to make it through there unscathed in the 1V machine, as well as Jesse Stovall race wins. We have said it enough. Stovall.
Eric, I know what happened. I just got to go to the jail.
Stovall started in the 13th position, race fans, all the way into the runner-up spot. Hard charging here late in the race as Chad Simpson will pull off to the inside, and he will have to rejoin the field at the tail after being stopped on the racetrack and involved in that incident with Logan Martin. Martin has taken the 36 car pit side as Chad Simpson will drive on around, as it appears, and join the tail of the field with only 8 laps remaining in tonight's 30-lap feature event.
00, make it obvious here. 00. All right, 56 down, 43 down, 74 out, 43 down, 43 down, 15 down.
All right, Chad Simpson will rejoin the tail. This puts Will Vaught at the point. Jesse Stovall in second.
It's 36 down.
And Tony Jackson Jr. in the third spot. Patience of virtue for the driver. The Longhorn chassis finds himself up inside the top 3, which could be a big point snipe for a couple of these guys. Now Simpson, your point leader, finds himself tail on the field with 8 to go. All right, Will Vaught on the top side of the Lake Ozark Speedway. An early start this time. Vaught's going to pull it to the inside. Keep an eye on Stovall and Jackson. Grady now up inside the top 4 as well in the 43 car. Will Vaught to the high side cushion. That may be his best line, but he better protect the top side because here comes Stovall. Stovall working the top side cushion this time off the exit. Down the front straightaway. Down the back straightaway. A caution will come out for Joey Stark in the 21. Stark sitting the wrong way at the entrance of turn number 3 will quickly put us back under the caution. Only 1 lap in the books that time.
7W, 15L, 7W, 15L.
Well, and then there were 7. 7 lonely laps on the scoreboard.
Here comes 25.
As Chad Simpson, your current point leader, has exited the racetrack. The driver of the Brinkman Motorsports Levy Trucking entry out of Mount Vernon, Iowa, off the racetrack. We will have to see if he is going to rejoin the pack. And he will be given a couple of courtesy laps as he heads pit side at the attention of his crew.
14R, then 16, 14R, 16.
Will Vaught, the right asphalt Johnson service spinner entry, looking for win number 2 on the season, but he's got a hard charging Jesse Stovall in the Mount Vernon Bank 00 on his back bumper.
6 down, 43 down.
Stovall will elect the top side. That'll put Tony Jackson Jr. to the inside of row number 2. Back in the 4th spot is Wisconsin's Mitch McGrath. McGrath had a great third-place run earlier this season at the Davenport Speedway. For the rookie driver, keep that in mind, the 74 and the 15 battling for Sunoco Rookie of the Race honors, as Jeremy Grady also looking for his best finish of the season. It's a former IMCA Deary Brothers champion right there, and Grady in the 43 machine back in 2007 was the king of the series. All right, caution lights are out. Simpson looks like he has retired from tonight's feature event. 7 to go for Will Vaught.
Just got blown out of the water.
Works the top side. He'll loud bell it one more time. Here comes Will Vaught. A great start that time for Vaught as he's able to protect the bottom side. And this time he goes straight to the top side cushion. He will block the run of Jesse Stovall off the exit. Opens up the door for the 56 of Tony Jackson, but not for long. Jackson one more time. He'll work to the bottom side as your race leaders both double file on that top side as Will Vaught showing the way. But Stovall, he'll peel down to the inside this time to try and take the race lead off turn number 2. Momentum will continue to carry the 1V of Will Vaught to the front as now you've got Grady back there in the 4 spot looking to the inside of Tony Jackson Jr. A great battle for the night's 3rd and final podium spot as Cole Wells will go around and he'll have contact with the 14 machine of Roth off the exit at turn 4, bringing out the caution one more time as Cole Wells in the Midwest Sheet Metal number 7 goes around, gets collected by the 14 of Bentonville, Arkansas's Jeff Roth. Roth at this point limping around the back straightaway. We'll have to see if he remains on the track as the safety crew takes a look at the 7 machine of Wells. Well, race fans, to this point, Will Vaught has done a phenomenal job of playing a little bit of defense out there on that 00 machine of Stovall. Stovall has had many opportunities to follow the moves and try and outrace the driver of the 1V machine, but to this point, Will Vaught has been able to hold him at bay. As again, this could be a huge points night for Will Vaught as well as Tony Jackson Jr. with your current point leader sidelined into the infield. Race fans, don't forget, we get to do this all over again tomorrow night. Action once again here at the Lake Ozark Speedway. Street stocks on tap as well as a great fireworks display to wrap up tomorrow night's action for a 41-lap A main event tomorrow night with 5,000 on the line. If you think this is getting exciting and a little intense, wait till we see 5,000 on the line tomorrow night. All right, some debris up at the top of turn number 1 and 2. That's been picked up by the Lucas Oil safety crew, and we will get the light out. Caution is off the speedway. We will go back to the green next time by at the line. Race fans, just 5 laps remaining. We'll knock on wood that she goes caution-free from here on out, but don't hold your breath. Will Vaught, Jesse Stovall, Tony Jackson Jr., single file restart with 5 laps to go off the exit of 4. Here we go. One more time, green flag back in the air. Will Vaught works the top side cushion, as does Stovall. Stovall's going to keep it tight, pinned on that top side, but a great run down the back straightaway by Will Vaught. Vaught will show the way off the top side. Stovall right in his shadows. Keep an eye now on Terry Phillips, the driver of the 75 car, making his way to the front as well from that early race mishap as he finds himself in the 6th spot, but back up in front, it is all Will Vaught, but keep an eye on Stovall. Stovall had a great run that last time at the bottom of turn number 1 and 2. We'll see if he goes back down there this time of the line. Nope, he'll go to the top side this time, right in the shadows of Will Vaught. But here comes a good run off the exit of 2 for Stovall. Stovall's got that car just a tick loose. That's what he needs to make that 00 machine turn in the corners. But that corner right there is going to go to Will Vaught. Vaught's going to see just 2 laps to go. That time may have sealed the deal for Vaught if he can just keep his nose clean from here on out. Back of the 3rd spot, it is a lonesome Tony Jackson Jr., but the white flag is about to come out this time of the line for Will Vaught. Final opportunity for Stovall. He'll take it deep down into turn number 1. He'll pull right up alongside your race leader. But down the back straightaway the final time, it's going to be the 1. Will the Thrill Vaught off the exit of turn number 4. Let's hear it for your feature winner. Will Vaught will bring it home. Stovall in the 2nd spot. Jackson Jr. Grady with a great 4th place run. And rounding out your top 5 is going to be Terry Phillips. Mitch McGrath will come home in 6th and J.C. Wyman 7th. But race fans, as he comes by, let him hear about it. How about it? The 1V of Will Vaught, tonight's feature winner. Jesse Stovall coming home in the 2nd spot, as well as the 56 of Tony Jackson. Rounding out your top 3, we will head down to Andy's Frozen Custard Victory Lane right after this.
56 back to the front straightaway.
Yeah. Well, that's totally different than our U. These ain't even big ones. No. They get a Jesse Stovall fast, didn't he? the wheels are almost off. Watch out here, girl.
Literally, I thought he was going to get airborne. I was like, oh, this is stuff. I know that. I was stretching. I was sitting down in the corners.
Well, race fans, that is a wrap on racing action here at the Lake Ozark Speedway. We'll get a word with our feature winner down in Victory Lane here in just a moment. Well, more of the same on tap here tomorrow night, 5,000 to win, and a 41-lap main event for your Lucas Oil MLRA drivers, along with Show Me Heating and Cooling, Street Stocks, and a big old fireworks show to cap off a great weekend.
Watch out. Blue is low. Yeah.
Well, our leaders rolling across the scales to make it official before they head off down to Victory Lane. Once again, those of you on the move, I want to thank you for joining us here at the Lake Ozark Speedway. On behalf of BAM Motorsports, the Trimble family, the entire staff here at the Speedway, thanks for coming out. And we'll hope to have you back out tomorrow night, 5,000 to win, street stocks and fireworks. We'll be giving you access to the pit area here in just a moment. If you got a little time to head down to the pit area, hobnob with your favorite drivers and crews, I encourage you to do so. Check out that great-looking swag flying on the back of the trailers. Get yourself a new souvenir and get it autographed up.
I got one live. Yep, it's ready to go.
All right, race fans, catching up down here in the Andes Frozen Custard Victory Lane. Second feature win of the season for the Wright Asphalt Products. Johnson Service Center number 1V. Kind of likes this racetrack, I think. Back-to-back wins for Will Vaughn, only 11 years apart between the two. As the helmet comes off, an exciting feature event. What about you guys? This is one of the best races I have seen all season. He's all smiles, as he's going to take a quick drink of H2O before climbing from the seat. Best part about it, race fans, we get to do this all over again tomorrow night, right here for 5,000. Tonight, he's taking home 3. Let's hear it for Will Vaught. Will Vaught going to climb atop the Scott Bailey Racing Engines entry. Little family time, race fans. Little body work tomorrow, boys. Let's hear it one more time. Your feature winner, Will Vaught. All right, going to climb down from the race car. We will catch a quick word with your feature winner as well as your top 3 drivers here momentarily. Driver that took off from the outside front row. Will Vaught, I tell you what, man, this place is kind of special to you. I mean, it's only been 11 years, but back-to-back, I guess we could say 11 years apart here at Lake Ozark Speedway. Congratulations.
I guess so. It's been a good one. You know what? Unfortunate for Chad and Logan there. I think we's going to have a good race there. Leading the race, it's hard to tell where the line was, and Eric was doing the best he can. My car was changing, track was changing. Them guys are getting the top going, so we're just fortunate enough to pull off this win. We still got damage from that incident there, but at the end of the race there, I just got up, elbows up, and pulled her off, I guess.
Very close call right there, but talk to me about running second for a little bit. It almost looked like it was an advantage. It kind of allowed you to search a little bit on the speedway, and looked like you got a little bit faster as you were pursuing Chad.
I did. He had a little more straightaway traction to me, and we'll work on this thing tomorrow and get a little better. But through the center of the corner and on entry, man, we was real well. And like I said, just you don't know where the track's going to be. And Chad's been awesome this year. And like I said, we had a heck of a race, and I wish it would have ended that way with a good race. But our first thing we got to thank good Lord above that we're here, and I got 3 healthy kids and an awesome wife, and Eric, I mean, he's worked his butt off this week. We had a short week this week, and tore up a lot of stuff last week at Slina and Fort Smith. So we're here, and Victory Lane, that cuts the cake.
1 down, 1 more to go tomorrow night, buddy.
I hope so, man. That'd be awesome.
Race fans, here one more time. Tonight's feature winner in the Andes Frozen Custard Victory Lane, Will Vaught. We will slide over and catch up with the gentleman that came home 1 spot short, the driver of the 00 machine, Jesse Stovall. Tell you what, Jesse, this is not where you want to be standing tonight, but I'm going to tell you what, on all of you guys out there, put on one whale of a show for these race fans. You love coming. I don't say you'll love it, but you coming from the back is very entertaining to watch.
Yeah, I guess it is. It ain't really, it's a lot easier to start in the front and bide your time. You just kind of got to go pretty hard and use your stuff up. It's just tough to make anything happen once you get there to the end, and have a caution. It's just tough because they know where to go, and there ain't none of these guys that are rookies at doing this. So and all in all, it was a good night, and we didn't get a lot of stuff tore up, so we're good to go.
Coming from the back like that, the closer you get to the front, Jesse, does it kind of amp you up as a driver a little bit more? I mean, you're getting a little closer, and top 5 and then top 4, and you're right there before you know it.
Yeah, I don't know if we could have done anything with Chad in the 36 car. I think we could have run in that top 3, top 5 all day long, but it's unfortunate that deal happens. That's just part of racing. People get aggressive, and the track was really aggressive to race on it. Man, it raced a whole hell of a lot better than I thought it was going to from where the heat races were. But it's just these cars are so competitive in them heat races. It's just when the track's got a little bit of moisture in it, it's hard to do much racing when everybody's hooked up. It's got to get a little tricky like it did there at the end, and to make it where you can do something. But anyway, all in all, good night. I want to thank my sponsors, Mr. Swafford. He's here with me tonight. Drive WFX, Lucas Oil, Midwest Sheet Metal. I gotta look. Melbourne Bank. He's big and huge to me. J&J Propane, APAC. Everybody that helps me out. It's just great to be here, and it's been awful hot, but we're here, and we're ready for night number 2 now.
That's the best part. We get to do it all over again tomorrow night. That is Jesse Stovall, your runner-up tonight here at the 3rd Mile Speedway, Lake Ozark, as we will catch up with our final podium finisher of the night. Catching up with Tony Jackson Jr. I guess, Tony, after last week, a good quiet night tonight sometimes is nice. A good, consistent 3rd-place finish for you.
Yeah, that's what we just said. Sometimes better be lucky than good, but we weren't that great. We've always got a good car, so even when a bad night, we run 5th or something, but we've probably had about a 5th-place car tonight.
Talking about the track conditions, a place that we've never been to before, looked like a very racy track, obviously, from the number of cautions we've seen in the hard racing.
Yeah, I used to race here weekly, long time ago, and then we had a couple MLRA races and Mars races here a while back, but I'm glad they're having us back. It's a great racetrack, and hope the fans liked it.
I know we all liked it. It was a great racing out there tonight. Best of luck. Go get it tomorrow night. $5,000 on the line.
All right, we're sure going to give her a shot.
Race fans, that is Tony Jackson Jr. He will come home 3rd tonight, and that'll put a wrap on action here at the Lake Ozark Speedway. Thanks for coming out and join us back here tomorrow night. $5,000 on the line. We will do it all over again.
Well, you can hear the bands firing things up over at the bar area. You've got a little time.